Roaches are kinda cool, right? Well, this little man thinks so, as he puts this tiny camera on his pet roach to see where she goes throughout the day. As she takes off across the wooden floor, she stumbles into the kitchen to check in with her family and also say hi to her favorite cousin, but not before she ventures behind the fridge to visit her boyfriend's family. Her dad sure is a wild roach.
Jesus Christ.
And her uncle is even wilder. This dinosaur is supposed to be extinct, but they still exist. However, it is very rare to find and they are super dangerous. They can crunch off a finger in a single bite, so make sure you don't try this at home. This little guy found him hiding in a tree and then chased him, not knowing the danger he was truly in. As he cornered the beast, it began doing tail whip attacks, but luckily he missed because if they had hit him, it would have done serious damage. Sadly, the dinosaur ran out of energy and got picked up. Now he will get experiments ran on him for the rest of his life. Subscribe to save him. Dating apps are doomed, and the women that use them are absolutely cooked. And that's because they just dropped this new AI app that is enhancing the body of guys in a super realistic way. I'll show you 3 crazy examples, and you guys tell me if you believe the results. Here's number 1. I heard bro was already crushing it on Grindr, but now he's getting even more buns than before. Number 2. Yeah, his wife is in danger, bro. Word is that he just created a new POF account 45 seconds ago, and is already wreaking havoc. Number 3. But first, hit that subscribe button so your mom doesn't get absolutely blasted with horse poop. Here's the before and after. This little guy is Bruno, and he's a bully. He's been a bully since he was a baby, but one day he got tired of picking on other kangaroos because they're too tough. So what he did next was absolutely wild. He found this old folks home and he did this. But he felt really bad after and said he would never kick down another old lady. So he did this instead. These little guys were starving. Sadly, they can't afford food because they are poor. So they stole this big guy's food. But what they did next was diabolical. They only did it because they figured he had enough and they couldn't eat otherwise. However, his hunger is never done. Eating for the day made them very happy. Subscribe if you think he should share more food. After scoring this amazing KO, he decided to grow out his hair and dye it black. And soon after that, he went to Main Street to showcase another talent, which had this little guy in disbelief. It almost made this guy crash. Was the flip or the knockout cooler? Perfect. This boy is the real-life Monkey D. Luffy, and not for the reasons you might think. You see, he has a condition that contorts his body in a curious way. But aside from that, he is just actually the biggest anime fan and just so happens to resemble Luffy. So it works out perfectly. Please do not feel bad for him, because his rare condition doesn't stop anything. He is actually a very active person and loves fitness. So what he does at the end will shock you. With biking being his favorite form of cardio and dancing coming in a close second, he stays shredded year-round. You see, he has to stay in amazing shape to continue competing as a boxer, as he is the local champ. He beats up trees as his most effective training. Check out this KO. John is sad, and he's sad because he's always wanted a pet pig. So he went to the neighbor's farm and stole one. But it was kind of dirty, so he cleaned it off, which made the little guy very happy. I mean, look at those eyes. And the pig really loved dress up. Well, until it made John sad again. This little boy is sick and also very tired, yet he still finds a way to carry on. You see, he has to pretend every video that he can't block this little man's kick. But if you look closely, he doesn't even try. Sadly, this defender is faking also, because there is no way that they cannot stop these easy moves. However, if they do not keep up the act, they will not get paid. But what happens next will shock you. Not in my house, little boy. This pro boxer had something to prove. You see, a regular man stands no chance against a gorilla, but he wanted to show that a pro boxer actually can beat them. After he connected 2 jabs into the gorilla's face, the crowd was very impressed. Some even thought that he might win, but when the ape got tired of his monkeying around, he ended it in one punch. This little kid failed his dare, and then his girlfriend left him because she doesn't date failures. But then his friend did the unthinkable. He asked the girl if she would take him back if he could complete the dare. She agreed, and what happened next was completely expected. She left him. This little guy is worth more than gold, and not for his breed, but because of what he can do. You see, the bird's owner got tired of being broke and hungry, so he taught him how to do this nifty trick. Watch this. This little boxer is pretty tough. You see, he took on the world's strongest man in a punch competition. He was very confident, but everyone thought he was crazy for this challenge. As he threw the first punch, he realized that he only tickled this mountain of a man. You see, the weight difference is over 300 pounds. As he braced for impact, he saw his life flash before his eyes, but soon realized that it wasn't so bad. But he did lose. This little rancher is happy, but doesn't listen, and you'll soon see why. You see, the horse seller that sold him this brown horse warned him. He said never to slap the horse's butt while it's eating sugar cubes, or this would happen. His brother Chacho seems to think it's funny though. This is Master Chief's rifle, but only if it was in water form. And this is what happens when the hood orders a shipment. This guy is an absolute menace, and these people were just trying to catch the bus to work. He even found his ex to finally make her wet. You won't believe who he sprays at the end. However, he tries to do good, but he just can't help himself. He even sprayed the pimp named Slickback.
Pimp named Slickback!
Not even the homeless are safe, and this poor guy was very allergic to water. Subscribe if you want one. This little nerd likes her, but she isn't very fond of him. But he doesn't care because he will never give up, and he has great faith in his skills. You see, she's never seen him use his beat sabers before, and even she wasn't ready for the reaction her body gave to his final move. Watch this. This little guy is not Mufasa, but this furry beast right here actually is. And he just made a huge mistake. You see, he got really annoyed when his girlfriend's son kept wanting to play until he eventually snapped, which she didn't really appreciate. So she stepped to him, looked him right in his eyes, and... Little Amy here is in big trouble, as you'll see later on. And not just for shaking cheeks for the zoo-goers, but for something way worse. Her father, Bojack here, is furious because his favorite child, who she was supposed to be looking after, was nearly gobbled up. But luckily, Bojack is him. This is how he dealt with Amy afterwards. This little thug stopped thugging for a second to get his head painted. But why is bro getting Pennywise? It's almost Christmas. Wait, never mind, let's let his Nana finish her work. After a couple of squiggly lines, faded teardrops, and a bunch of white cream on his head, topped with cherries, it looks like he was happy to get turned into a holiday sweet roll. This little kitty is furious, and that's because Duke here is an absolute menace. Watch what happens next. He put the absolute paws on, bro, but rightfully so. I mean, what would you do if someone farted in your face? Subscribe if this made you laugh.